He's complaining about the referees the last few weeks. He'll not be complaining about it tonight, okay, that's for sure.
I said to fourth official that was a fault for us. Sir Alex told me not kindly words, but I answered him, but it's finished there. I can understand because was high tension in that moment. For me, no problem.
Quite quickly after the game, like, reality kicked in, and you know, we realized that we have 180 minutes to play and to achieve our goal, and you know, it'd be the most important games of our life. Today was a very important game, but you know, it's just to say what kind of a season it is against Newcastle is going to be even more important.
How damaging is this to your title ambitions?
It is damaging, there's no question about that. They're in the driving seat now. They only need to win 2 games of football, so I think we're up against it.
This most crazy of seasons takes another twist. It's City that have the lead with just 2 games to go. Their superior goal difference of 8 gives them that advantage. Their final 2 games, Newcastle away, QPR at home, and Manchester United entertain Swansea and then travel to Sunderland on the final day of the season. Well, City had to win to stay in the title race, and they did exactly that. Was it a meritorious victory for you?
I think so. I thought that City were very good tonight, but I thought United were poor, and I can understand the way United play, go and protect what you've got, and they got men behind the ball. They played 5 in the midfield. The problem I had with the middle of the park was you had a 37-year-old Scholes, 38-year-old Giggs, and Park that hasn't played for a while, and the getting behind the ball was easy, but when they got it, they could never get them support Rooney with ease, and they left Rooney isolated, and that's all right, for the first half an hour, because I thought they were absolutely cruising the first half an hour. But when you lose the goal, then you've got to get men forward and get back in it, and they just, the last 10-15 minutes, you're actually thinking they've got to be a threat at some stage, but it never happened for them.
They never carried that threat. I mean, we've seen them so many times in the Champions League, in the away games, where they've always carried that threat.
What about Manchester City though? Mancini, you have to say he got it right.
Absolutely, I thought they were very professional. They were a little bit solid, a little bit tense because they're under pressure. They had to win the game. I think that was a difference, and there's no doubt about it. The timing of the goal that they scored really changed the game. And then second half, City controlled that match, completely controlled it.
City had all the best.
Yeah, they did.
It's some outstanding performance.
Talked about Sir Alex's starting lineup. Do you think that was Manchester United's undoing then?
I certainly did. I thought the tactics were all right. The bank of 4 and then the 5, and early on they weren't really having a problem. But City have got some good players, and they've got a lot of height, and the goalkeeper eventually makes a mistake. But this is what we're talking about. Manchester United getting the men behind the ball, making life extremely difficult for City. And in the first half an hour, I thought it worked perfectly. And in all honesty, City were the better side, but you could never really see them scoring. And because United were so comfortable, it was time and time again. But every time that Manchester United got it, it seemed to be coming straight back to them, because Wayne was isolated. He was a bit frustrated. Here again, the same sort of thing. You've got so many reds behind the ball, not many blues in the box. And up to that stage, up to the stage that City scored, I thought United were pretty comfortable. But as I say, once City did score, United could never get back in it. So it wasn't really the tactics that I was surprised at, but it was the actual lineup.
The only thing about that, though, would be, for me, is that in the second half, it took Sir Alex Ferguson a long time to actually try and change it. All right, he brought Well back on after 50-odd minutes or something, but the 2 other substitutions, Young and Valencia, were very, very late just to try and pinch a goal, which is unusual for him.
You feel De Gea, I heard you say you were critical of him for the goal. Do you think he was at fault?
I thought it was at fault. I thought it was at fault for the goal. I mean, we were going to see a couple of corners where he's been under pressure all season long for the ball near the box. I think he's obsessed with coming for it now. I think every time he's going to come for it. He comes and misses from that side, he comes from this side, he comes and misses again. If you're unsure, just stay in your line. This is the goal. I think from that angle, you can't tell, but when you look from behind the goals, what is he doing going the right-hand side of Tevez there, when really, if he just stays in his line, I think if he stays in his line in that position, then, I know it's a bullet header, but I think he's saving it. So he's comfortable, there's no danger.
And it's a great header from Courtney, but Smalling completely Completely, Gary. He can't even see him. He's in front of him in the end. I mean, it's a smashing head. I think Alan's right about the goalkeeper as well. I think that actually hits him. But, you know, the other thing with the goalkeeper as well, he's missed the first two, so why even come for the third one? Because United have dealt with it and dealt with it well.
That's right. I mean, I think because he's under pressure, I think he's obsessed with coming off his line, and he's made a mistake and they've paid for it.
The midfield duo won their battle, didn't they? Gareth Barry and Yaya Toure.
Against three, by the way.
Barry was outstanding defensively, he really was, but Yaya Toure was just on the night. He was sublime. I mean, how much strength has he got? How great is the technique? How great is the pace? Defensively, superb. Great tackle there. You know, just in front of the back four there. And then Phil Jones, who thinks he's quite strong, but he gets shrugged off it with consummate ease there. And then an attacking vein in the second half. He picks up here, runs at the Manchester United defence. And what this is doing is giving you a little bit of respite. Goes and hits it. Bang. So close. Then picks up here again, runs at the Man United defence. Leaves Ferdinand for dead there. And then is so close. And finally, you know, last 15 minutes, picks up, gets it, plays it, gets it back. There, and then just delivers what is a quite majestic pass into feet. And it was a quite remarkable performance.
Wonderful football.
Oh yeah, and we talked about, you know, City 2 beating the Manchester United 3 in there, and because of that, Rooney in the end, Gary, was just completely isolated.
Yeah, we didn't really see much of him throughout the night. It must have been very frustrating for him.
And what happens when he gets frustrated? He kind of loses it a little bit. He was moaning at the referee all the time, and you know, everybody knows he's such a wonderful player. But tonight it just wasn't there, and in the end with him as well, because he's so isolated, he's trying to play balls that just weren't on all the time. His touch wasn't good. I think from Manchester United's point of view, you know, for them to get any semblance of result tonight that was positive, he had to play well, and he just didn't. And it's very rare you ever talk about him. You can see him, look, he's just like chugging away all the time.
I think that's spot on there. I think he got too involved with the referee, and he's looking for the referee instead of playing his game.
And he loses something from his game when he does that.
So it was a bad night for Manchester United.
City, as the game went on, you could see them trying to defend their lead. They shifted their tactics.
I'm off my seat. Don't go too negative.